Hello, I'm Juan Davies, Chief Creative Officer at KCT and PBS SoCal, and we're partnering with the newsroom of KPCC and LAist on a daily reporter roundup. Let's start with you, Sharon. What do we know about how the Bobcat fire started?
The cause is still unknown, but state utility regulators are looking into whether a brief outage on Southern California Edison power lines played any role. The power blip occurred near Cogswell Dam up in the Angeles National Forest about 6 minutes after fire spotting cameras up on Mount Wilson showed the first signs of smoke rising from the dam area. Now, this report does not mean that Edison's equipment caused the fire, and the fact that the power interruption occurred after smoke was spotted does not mean that Edison's equipment is blame-free. That fire could have smoldered for a while before putting out enough smoke to show up on the fire cam. What it does mean is that Edison, once again, will be dealing with an inquiry into whether its equipment was the cause of another big SoCal fire.
In other big news today, parents of LAUSD school children have filed a lawsuit over the way the district is handling distance learning. Carla's been following that story.
The plaintiffs are Black and Latino parents, parents of students with special needs, and parents of English language learners. Surveys and district data show that these groups of students in particular struggled when the district closed campuses and moved their classes online. One of the parents told me that her son, a sixth grader, had very little interaction with his teachers, so she's had to find and print worksheets and activities herself. Another parent wants to help her second grade daughter with her schoolwork, but all of the materials are in English. And when she calls the school, they can't help her because she speaks Spanish. The parents hope the district adapts its distance learning plan to address these concerns, including more access to teachers and more support for all parents. And the district has responded. They said that LAUSD has been working to bridge the digital divide and find innovative ways to engage students online.
People gathered in downtown Los Angeles yesterday in response to the single indictment for wanton endangerment against an officer in the Breonna Taylor case. Robert was there and can tell us more.
Yeah, hundreds and hundreds of protesters marched in the name of Breonna Taylor last night. As marchers weaved their way through downtown LA, I saw people dining outside with forks halfway to their mouths who looked surprised to see a wave of protesters coming their way. I also saw people coming outside of their homes to pass out water bottles to protesters as they passed by. One couple rolled a makeshift memorial for Breonna Taylor through the streets. It had a picture of her and flowers underneath. Throughout the course of the day and night, I also heard the names of so many Angelenos who've died at the hands of local law enforcement, including more recently Anthony McLean and Dijon Kazee. And when I talked with people about how they felt about the decision in the Taylor case, I heard words like hopeless, frustrated, crushed, and tired. And that was all from young people who made up so much of the crowd last night.
And finally today, Libby has some pretty excellent news for Dodgers fans who are planning to vote in the upcoming election.
Yes, you are probably missing those regular visits to Chavez Ravine by now. So here's something to look forward to. Starting October 30th, the Dodgers are throwing open the gates for voters who want to cast their ballots with a view of the ballpark. Next month, 30 voting machines will fill the top deck concourse high above the field, ready for LA County voters. Dodgers president and co-owner Stan Kasten says it was a no-brainer for the organization to volunteer to host a vote center. The Dodgers were the first MLB team to do so. All the players were very supportive. Fans will know this outdoor concourse. It has plenty of room for physical distancing. Masks will also be provided to voters who don't have one. Several other professional sports venues in LA have volunteered their cavernous spaces, which have been mostly empty due to COVID-19. That includes Bank of California Stadium and Exposition Park, Staples Center, and the new SoFi Stadium in Inglewood.
Well, thank you, Libby. And I do hope that people take advantage of these places to go and vote. One question, are they going to charge for parking?
No charge for parking. Also, unfortunately, no beer or Dodger dogs while you're voting. But the experience, I think, for fans will be really great.
Well, thank you all at the KPCC and LAist newsroom. And thank you for tuning in. Take care of your health, your family, your neighbor, and we will see you tomorrow.